back. In the previous video, you have learned how to search an element using linear search. In linear search, you have to iterate through every element in the array using the targeted value or the search element. In a binary search, we search the element by dividing the array. So array division can be made using the left and right value. So always initially the left value of the array would be 0. So you have to divide the array using the left and right value. So the left value would be 0 and right value will be the length of an array subtracted with 1. So what is the length of an array? We have length of an array is 5. Length of array is 5. So length of array is 5. Length of array is 5 minus 1, which is 4. So now we have got both left and right of an array. Don't get confused between length of an array and the index of the every element in the array. Length will start with 1, but the index would start with 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Clear? Now we have to divide the array. To divide the array, we need left and right values. So in any of the binary search, so whenever you are using binary search for any of the array, always the left value would remain 0 and right value can be calculated using the array of using the length of the array subtracted with minus 1. Now let us see how to calculate the mid value. Now mid value can be calculated as left plus right minus left divided by 2. So what is the value of left we have? 0 plus right value what we have is 4. Yes, because right is calculated by using the length of the array minus 1. Minus what is the left value we have? 0 divided by 2. So the width value is now 2. So when mid value is 2, which means that the index, which means that mid would be pointing towards the second index. Right? Mid would be pointing towards second index. Now we have calculated the mid value. Right? Now consider if I want to search 50. I want to search 50. So 50 is present at the fourth index. Now what I will do? I have calculated the mid value and I want to search 50. So what I will do? I will initially check if the value at the middle, the value of the middle what we have is 2. So the array at the middle value is 30. If 30 is less than 50, the first iteration what I will do is, this is my first iteration. So what I'll do in my first iteration, I'll check if the value of the middle, from the array, if it is less than the targeted value. So here it is 30. If 30 is less than target value, then I can tell that the search element will lie on the rightmost side of the array after division. So here, since the condition is true, 30 is less than 50, the targeted value is 50, right? So the element will lie on the right side of the array. So when the element is lying on the right side, if you see on the right side of the array, I have 40 and 50 and the value of right is 4. But I do not know the value of left for 30 and 50. Now I will be dividing the array, right? This is my mid value, this is my left and this is my right. So since 30 is less than 50, so the search element will be found on the right side of the array. Now on the right side, I have the value of right as 4. Then what will be the value of left? I am not sure of the left value. So I have to calculate the left value. Now left will be mid plus 1. What is the value of mid I have? 2. So 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. Right? Now left will be 3. This is my left value. So this is my left value and the right value will remain as it is. Now I have left and right value. Now what I'll do, I'll calculate the mid value. How to calculate mid value? What is the formula I have? Left plus, what is the value of left I have? 3 plus right minus left. Right is 4 minus left. 4 minus 3 is 1. So 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 is 0, which returns a quotient 0. 3 plus 0 is again 3. Now left and middle value both have become same. So even the middle value will be pointing towards 3, towards the index 3. So my middle value is also same. Now I have calculated the middle value as 3. So the second iteration will start now. As soon as I calculate the middle value for the second time, it means it is a second iteration. So now the middle value is 3, right? So I will check if the middle value, the value of middle is 3. So array of 3 is 40. If 40 is less than the search element, if 40 is less than search element, then it means that the search element will be present on the right side. So on the right side, what all elements I have now of the array? It is 40 and 50. 40 and 50, right? So 40 is not equal to 50. When this is not equal, then what I'll do? I mean, when it is less than, when 40 is less than 50, what I have to calculate? I have to calculate the value of left. So here also I have done the same. 30 is not, 30 is less than 50. So I have calculated the middle value, which means that the search element is present on the left side. Search element is present on the right side because the middle value what I have is 4. The middle value what I have is 3, which is the element 40. So on the right side, the value what I have to the right side, it is 4. So right side is 4. Now I have to calculate the value of left. So left would be mid plus 1. So this was my mid. Mid was 3. Earlier mid was 3. Now left would be mid plus 1. What is mid plus 1? Mid plus 1 is 4. So now left and right both are pointing towards the element 50, that is at the index 4. Now the middle value would be, what is the middle value we have? The formula we have created here, left plus 4 plus right minus left. What is the value of right minus left? 4 minus 4 is 0. So 0 divided by 2 is again 0. Now even the middle value is pointing towards 4. Right? Both left, right and middle value is pointing towards 4. Now we are moving on to third iteration. Third iteration, now I will check if the search element 50 is equal to the middle value. So both are equal. Here we are comparing. Don't get confused between the equals to operator and comparison operator. Here we are checking if the target value is equal to the middle value. So both are equal. In such case, the iteration will stop at the third. In such case, the loop will come out, or the iteration will stop when as soon as the search is found, and it will come out of this loop. It will come out of this loop and it will print the appropriate statement. If the element is not present in the array, then it must print that element not present in the particular array. Now let us see how this works in a program. Here if you see, I have written a condition while left is less than or equal to right. So here I am making use of a while loop, and this condition I am just writing because to count the number of iterations. So initially left would be 0 and the right would be the array of length subtracted with -1, and this condition most of the cases like it remains true. Next I am calculating the value of mid where the first iteration will start. Next I am checking if the element from the mid, if it is equal to the search element is indicated by target. If it is equal, then I'll return the mid element. If it is less than target element, then it means that the iteration is towards the right side. So whenever the iteration is towards right side, the right value remains same, but the left value needs to be updated, where the left value would be after the middle value. So I am incrementing the mid value to 1. If the array element is less than target, if the array element is greater than target element, then I will update the right value, where the middle value must be beyond it. So right would be mid minus 1. This keeps on repeating until the search is found. If in the first attempt the search is found, for example, if array of mid is equal to the target. Now in our example, we have taken the elements from 10 to 50 and the middle element what we found was 30. If I get the search element to be as 30 and even the middle element to be as 30. In such case, this would return me true and the iteration would be stopped the iteration would be stopped at the first loop itself. So it doesn't go after this. So as soon as it returns me the middle value, it will come to the main function where it will print, where it will check if the result. So whatever the method binary search is returning, that is stored in a result. Hope you remember what a method is and how it returns. So whatever binary search method returns, it is stored in a result, and if result is not equal to -1, then which means the which means the search is found at particular index. So finally it will print as element found at a index. And finally, if the element is not found, then it would come out of the loop telling that result is as usual -1 and it will print as element not found. So this is about binary search. Now let us run it. Let the array size of our array element, let us take it as 5 as shown in the example, and enter the 5 sorted elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now I want to search the element 50. So 50 is present at fourth index, right? Yes. If you see 50 is present at fourth index. Now similarly, if I want to search, let it be 6. If I want to search 10, so can you guess how many times the iteration will run or the while loop will run? This while loop must run for minimum 3 times, because at the very first condition when we are dividing this array, then the middle point, then the mid value would be either towards 30 or 40. So like if it comes towards 40 also, the iteration must go till 10. Nearly almost 4 times the iteration will repeat. If it move towards 30, then the iteration will must go towards 20 and 10. So minimum 3 time it must repeat. Now element is found at index 0. Let me run once again. And here let me provide some unsorted elements. Here the elements what I have provided from 10 to 60 and from 10 to 50. So all they are sorted elements. If I provide in unsorted manner, for example 70, 10, 88, 90 and 56. So these are unsorted element, and if I try to search the element 56 which is present at the last, which is the last index, which is the last element of the array, so let us see what it will provide. So it is telling me element not found. Why it is returning element not found even though the element is present in the array? Because binary search always takes the sorted elements. Binary search always works for a sorted elements or sorted elements. So whenever you are providing unsorted element, then it doesn't, then even though the element is present, then it doesn't provide you the index of the element. It will directly provide you element is not found. So this is about binary search. In the upcoming video, we will see few more program related to the arrays. And also like we will start with the next topics. Till then, keep practicing all the programs whatever I have explained you till now. Thank you.